When you think of animated classics, you think of things like Tom and Jerry, or other animated shows like Animaniacs. But today, the cartoon classic that Steven Spielberg also gave us was Tiny Toons.
We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony, and in this cartoony we're invading your TV. With comic dispensers, we crack up all the sensors.
But did you know that like most cartoon shows, even today, it had a moment in its history, such as a stalker that would harass actors on the show. But before we get into that, let's go into the history of the show. The show was created by Tom Rucker. The show was broadcast from September 14th, 1990 to May 20th, 1995, and was the first animated series produced by Steven Spielberg's Amblin Television. But if you didn't know what the show was about, it was about a series of loony characters: Buster Bunny, Babs Bunny, Plucky Duck, Hampton J. Pig, and an assortment of other characters that would go to Acme University to learn from the greats.
And Go-Go is insane! At Acme University we earn our degree. The teaching's got been getting laughs since 1933!
Such as Bugs Bunny. See, at the time, like, the show was coming out in, the early 90s, there was a bit of a trend, and that characters would have, an idea of, say, let's make our characters younger versions of characters that we already know. Whether it was shows like Tom and Jerry Kids, A Pup Named Scooby-Doo.
Even worse, there is mud on my new Go-Go boots. Get it off! Get it off!
Daphne hates getting dirty, almost as much as we hate swamp monsters.
And Muppet Babies. Or other shows like, say, Flintstone Kids. And, that was very common, Heck, one of them that was also common, but it didn't come out until later, was Baby Looney Tunes. Now that we have given the basis for the show, let's lead into the topic. Enter Dennis Folk, a fan of the show who would get teased in the show.
In the cartoon, The Amazing Three, there was a slight flutter on Fifi's face in scene C-43, and I wanted to know if that was a deliberate in-joke or just a mistake. And when is Fifi going to get her own series?
But why? You're probably asking. Well, he had stalked the show production team, and even sent creepy letters to voice actress Tress MacNeille, who played Babs Bunny.
Well, this is it, see? The end. I'm being sent to the big house, and there ain't nothing I can do about it.
Rubble, Rat, and other characters in Tiny Toons and many other shows.
Squash, 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 squash! I squash you all!
Heck, it had even gotten so bad that she would stop going to conventions. To avoid him. The show Animaniacs, in a way, would also poke fun of Dennis and Animaniacs and other fans with this little bit of a...
Is this you? Are you happily engrossed in inconsequential cartoon trivia to the point that your socks can probably stand up by themselves? Well, if you are, there's hope, there's help, there's the Please, Please, Please Get a Life Foundation.
Classic. And honestly, although, like, like, we have some bit of, like, funny moments, like, say, that, stalking, it's not cool. But what are your folks' thoughts on the Tiny Toon Stalker?